Jimmy Donaldson, better known to the world as MrBeast, isn't just YouTube's biggest star, he's also one of its most daring. His videos often push the boundaries of endurance, creativity, and sheer human willpower. But behind the entertaining challenges and jaw-dropping giveaways lies a darker reality. In the process of making content, Jimmy has repeatedly found himself in life-threatening situations. From dangerous stunts to frightening encounters with stalkers and criminals, here are 8 times MrBeast came close to death, and how each moment shaped him. Number 8. Buried alive and nearly suffocated twice. One of MrBeast's most infamous challenges was his 50 hours buried alive video, where he spent over 2 full days sealed inside a custom coffin underground. Surrounded by safety experts, Jimmy thought he was prepared for anything. But 2 near-fatal incidents proved otherwise. First, in an attempt to mess with him, friends Carl and Chris decided to light fireworks above his burial site. Smoke from the explosions found its way into Jimmy's ventilation system. For a few tense minutes, he could actually smell the smoke creeping in. A terrifying thought given how quickly oxygen could have been depleted in the coffin. The second close call came from something as simple as trying to adjust a camera. While twisting his body inside the cramped coffin, Jimmy got stuck halfway through the movement, unable to turn back or forward. He quickly told his crew that if he couldn't free himself within seconds, they needed to start digging immediately. Thankfully, he managed to wriggle free, but the incident proved how even minor mishaps underground could have deadly consequences. Number 7. A knife almost cost him an eye. In another collaboration, MrBeast joined the How Ridiculous YouTube channel for a balloon popping challenge. The game seemed harmless enough. Teams competed to pop giant balloons as quickly as possible, but Jimmy's chosen method, throwing small knives, nearly ended in disaster. As he hurled the blades toward the balloons, several bounced back with alarming force. One struck him in the forehead, drawing blood. The cut was minor, but had the blade bounced just an inch lower, it could have hit his eye and blinded him permanently. Shocked by the close call, Jimmy realized how easily a fun game could have turned into a catastrophic injury. Number 6. A real-life stalker network. Perhaps the most disturbing threat Jimmy has faced came not from a stunt, but from his own fame. While shopping at a Target, a young fan approached him for a photo. Afterward, the fan revealed something chilling. A Discord server existed solely to track MrBeast's real-time location. The group allegedly monitored social media posts, tagged photos, and even appearances of Jimmy's friends to triangulate his movements. With over 100 million subscribers, Jimmy suddenly realized he was playing in a different league, one where people with harmful intentions could know exactly where he was at any given moment. The incident pushed him to double his personal security and travel with bodyguards whenever he appeared in public. Number 5. Crohn's disease nearly took his life and dreams. Not all of MrBeast's close calls have been dramatic accidents. Some were slow, invisible battles. At 15, Jimmy was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, a chronic inflammatory bowel condition that can cause severe weight loss, malnutrition, and life-threatening complications. Within months, he lost 60 pounds, suffered constant pain, and was forced to use the bathroom up to 20 times a day. Once a promising baseball player, he had to abandon his dream of playing in college. His health decline left him isolated, depressed, and housebound for months. While the disease didn't kill him, it permanently altered his life and set him on a path toward YouTube, a career he could pursue from home. Number 4. Overheating in the middle of the ocean. Sometimes, Jimmy's ambitious ideas come with dangerously bad planning. In one infamous attempt, he tried to win a game of Fortnite in the middle of the ocean, while sitting inside a transparent plastic Zorb ball. The ball, floating hundreds of miles from the nearest hospital, became a sweltering heat trap under the sun. After failing to launch Fortnite on his iPhone, he switched to a laptop, but the temperature inside the ball soared. Jimmy began sweating heavily, feeling lightheaded and on the verge of heat stroke. Recognizing the danger, he abandoned the ball for a nearby yacht, where he continued the challenge. Still, the incident served as a harsh reminder. In extreme environments, the elements can be as dangerous as any stunt. Number 3. Carl's double brush with death. Jimmy's close friend and frequent collaborator Carl Jacobs has had his own frightening experiences while filming with the crew, including 2 major accidents in under a year. The first happened while riding a moped during a shoot. A go-kart in front of him braked suddenly, forcing Carl to slam on his own brakes. The moped flipped, throwing him to the ground and pinning his leg beneath its 250-pound frame as it slid across the pavement. The injuries kept him out of videos for weeks. Earlier that same year, Carl had also been in a car accident. While details remain scarce, Jimmy has confirmed no one was hurt, but the combination of incidents underscored how risky even seemingly routine filming days could become. Number 2. The 24 hours in ice challenge. One video that Jimmy openly regrets is his 24 hours in an ice house challenge. The concept was simple but brutal. Survive a full day inside a structure built entirely from ice. Walls, furniture, even the toilet. Temperatures inside the ice house were freezing, and Jimmy wore no jacket. He couldn't sleep at all due to constant shivering, and some of his cameras stopped working in the cold. He ate hot food only once at the start of the challenge, making it even harder to keep warm. Beyond discomfort, the risk of frostbite was real. Prolonged exposure to such cold can cause permanent tissue damage, sometimes leading to amputation. Looking back, Jimmy has called it one of the most miserable experiences of his life, one he would never repeat. Number 1. An armed robbery at home. Perhaps the most frightening moment in Jimmy's life came early in his career when he lived in a modest duplex in a rough neighborhood. One day, an intruder broke in and stole all of his clothes and valuables, but the real danger came from something far more valuable sitting right in front of the thief: Jimmy's laptop. On that laptop was his Bitcoin private key, a file granting access to roughly $2 million in cryptocurrency, essentially every cent Jimmy had at the time. Miraculously, the thief ignored the laptop in favor of stealing his television and even a blanket. Had the Bitcoin been taken, Jimmy says his YouTube career would have ended on the spot. He wouldn't have had the funds to continue making videos and might have been forced to find a regular job to support himself and his mother. The incident left him deeply shaken. He moved to a more secure home and hired his first bodyguard. In later videos, he even tested bulletproof cars, underscoring how seriously he now takes his safety. If you enjoyed video into these wild behind-the-scenes stories, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss the next deep look into the unbelievable moments that shape your favorite creators. Your support keeps these stories coming, and you never know what jaw-dropping adventure is next.